Do 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 do. Some people will hold it together. Man, didn't see this coming at all. But here we are. How about us? All right, so now we're seeing the real reason why Mr. Yeet himself had to lose his championship, because they wanted to have Gunther versus Mr. Goldberg. So yeah, Jay, I guess they didn't really see the star power needed, and it wouldn't really make sense for Jay to just fight Gunther, Jay to fight Goldberg, because they didn't really have any conflicts or feuds that would have made sense for them to go that direction also. I guess it could be an interesting match. What was the last match we saw Goldberg in? Was it the one versus who was it? Brock Lesnar? Was it that one? And that one, I don't think it went too well, but different year, different time, two young faces. Well, but let's say worst case scenario, if Goldberg does win the match and does take the championship, where do they go from there? Do we maybe bring back some faces that we really want to see? Because I'm even considering, like, is this the perfect scenario to set up like a retirement tour for another wrestling legend, right? That never really got a retirement tour per se. Since John Cena's gonna open that door up, maybe it's time for Mr. Nature Boy, Ric Flair to come back and right when the match is ending versus Goldberg, we can have Ric Flair just come out, and I don't know, maybe Triple H is with him, and kick off Ric Flair's retirement tour with the championship. Because I have made a video on this before. The ageism in wrestling kind of doesn't really work. They are a bit slower in the ring over time, and it doesn't look as appealing visually to see them try to hit the same moves and fail. But at the end of the day, it's still play fighting, pretty much, with a splash of acting thrown in. So if it's in a case where they're allowed to come in and help to build out storylines, and maybe even not allowed to be back in the ring, I would like to see a lot of these guys, because they are the main reason that wrestling is so popular in the first place. And there's still the disparity between the current stars now and the star power that these guys have, and it's not something they can really say just that's not a lie. It's just the fact that these guys, these older guys, they still have the drawing power, even with Goldberg probably being close to 60 now. Still, he's gonna turn some heads. Still, no. So, because I'm kind of wondering, with TKO being what it is, a money-making institution first and foremost, and WWE being its cash cow, could we even possibly see I did put this in a video before, but I want to bring this back up again, because it seems that this is the right time. Maybe this is a time for the NWO 2.0 here. You get to see this guy again saying, let me tell you something, brother. I'm here to take all the championships here. I'm going to show you how to be a real champion. I'm going to drop on my back one more time. Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell you something, brother. That Kofi Kingston guy, he's one of my favorite guys. I'm going to give him the chance to win this back from me. And I'm going to beat him down with my mega powers that are in my 2-inch biceps. Oh, yeah. Oh. But, it's going to be interesting to see how this year unfolds. The R-Truth and John Cena thing. as I'm still hoping that he will be the one to kind of end John Cena's championship reign. But probably won't be the case since, they want, I guess, him to retain for as long as possible. And it helps for the story that they're building versus CM Punk. So the Friday night match we're going to be seeing probably won't go the way that, me and other fans want. Because if Cena were to lose the championship, and his plans have to go out the window, it just opens up a whole vacuum for where that storyline could go. And there's some interesting places that they could even take it, like introspectively. He could again become more desperate, a more desperate heel, saying that since he lost it, he's gonna for sure now get it back, and this is becoming desperate. Even we could even possibly see like a broken John Cena beyond just heel version, right? But it's wrestling, man. It's wrestling. So we're gonna see how everything unfolds in the next few weeks. I also want to make a video around Ric Flair too, and it also kind of ties in the John Cena and R-Truth thing. It's around like wrestlers who play, how do I put this? Who like imitate other wrestlers, and like different forms it has taken over the years and stuff like that. But I don't know if it actually make it to be a video per se, or just like include it in another video. But it has happened that actually Ric Flair, I think it was in TNA, had someone, I'm not going to give the name here, because that's going to be in the video, that video becomes a thing, but you can research it up until that time. There was a guy who actually imitated Ric Flair and did a promo segment and everything, had a full storyline versus Ric Flair. They even had like a woo off, a woo, 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 woo. Some of you might know who this is. If you do know, maybe hint at it, who it could be in the comments, not put the full thing, but yeah. So we're gonna see how this part unfolds, and for the Jey Uso losing thing, I mean, wins and losses are part of the game also, this just means that he has the opportunity now to win it back and become, an add-on to his legacy, and say that he has won the championship more times. Probably even after Night of Champions, they may find a way, since he has won the right to challenge for the King of the Ring thing at Night of Champions. It could be a case where this actually does open up for a new layer to his story also. I may make a video on the Solo and Jacob Fatu thing, and I'm hearing that there's another Bloodline member that also got his debut just recently. So yeah, a lot of interesting things going on, and we'll see how everything kind of unfolds. This is where at the segment now where I kind of let you know about something that you can check out if you have some interest in wrestling related content, which I know that you do. If you like strong storylines, betrayal, all the things that make wrestling interesting, you can go ahead and check out this story. It's on Gumroad. It's called Creative Control by yours truly, and it pretty much follows a dying wrestling promotion, and the creative team led by Gabe Malloy has to come in and try to find creative ways to not only save the promotion but also juggle the talent with the boss's overhandedness, with wanting to change characters and fan reaction and all of the things that makes wrestling interesting, that we're kind of building now to in WWE once again with. Can you imagine that just with R-Truth? I don't know, this dude is just like, R-Truth has kind of, I don't know if it's was intended this way, but to how I kind of perceive it, it's almost like he has almost acted like a catalyst to kind of kick off a new era here, or a new, let's say short term, a new mini situation here where everything is kind of changing within the scope of wrestling. Well, at least WWE side. But yeah, you can go ahead and check out Creative Control. You won't regret it. It's an amazing read. There are a couple others too on the site, Gumroad, that you can also check out. So there's Pin Me, Pay Me. That's a jobber's story, which is really interesting. It's telling wrestling from the side of a jobber in an interesting way that's not typically done. There's the Ring General, that tells it from the referee side, and still in a very interesting way, having to deal with the creative in your ear, the boss in your ear, having to handle the wellness of the talent, knowing when to call certain things, when you have to make a split decision, and all of that, and the pressure of being a referee, and also sometimes maybe even the power hungriness that may develop in you also. That's kind of tied into that. There's Project Wrestle World, which is wrestling. So a president in the not too distant future is a wrestling fanatic, and he has his own way of doing things in which he actually wants to tear down the old system and actually bring in wrestling as the way how everything is kind of solved. So divorces are handled through wrestling, court cases. You actually have something like the Money in the Bank that's tied into it too, where you can actually cash in and claim assets. So there's a lot going on. Deathbound Arena is another one that's not wrestling related, but that's for sake of letting you know what's on Gumroad, and there's still many others that I haven't really shown here. So Deathbound Arena is pretty much let's say you died right now. Would you have regrets that you'd be thinking about that you hadn't really? Well, I get you're dead, so you couldn't be thinking, but let's say you died right now, right? Are there regrets that you would probably have that you wish you'd taken care of? So in Deathbound Arena, you pretty much have this scenario where you are you die suddenly, not instant, suddenly, and the way that you die gives you powers in this new world that you're going to be isekai'd to, or transported to. And what happens is you are given these powers and brought to the Deathbound Arena, where you pretty much are going to be fighting other people that died in various ways, and they have their own wishes or regrets, and you'll be fighting for the chance to get your wish granted. So that could be the wish about the thing that you regret, or maybe a wish of something you want to have sorted out. So the characters in this one are very interesting also, and everything. So yeah, that's it. Done yapping for now. We'll see how everything kind of unfolds. Go ahead and check out what you feel like checking out, and let me know what you want me to make a video on next. We'll yap about it for a bit, and then move on to the next, I guess. Alright, that's it. Done yapping.